Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, grade 2. How are you all doing? Good. That's very great. Yes, I'm also doing good. Alhamdulillah. Thank you and welcome to your social studies class. Okay. And in today's class, or in this week, we will be discussing very interesting topics. Okay, first, before starting that, let me ask you one thing. Okay, tell me how many of you are interested in watching the channels are the documentaries about the animals, the channels like National Geography related to animals. How many of you love watching that? Raise your hands. Well, I do as well. Okay, that's really great. So, well, most of you are interesting in that, right? This means that when you are watching television or something, you do spend your time in something interesting and something beneficial. That's really great. Okay. So tell me, how many of animals? Can you tell me about the kinds or categories of animals? There is one pet animals. Very good, Sarah. Okay. What else? We have the forest animals. Okay. Excellent. Close enough. Then that's it. Okay. Fine. Not an issue. Excellent. Okay, so in today's class, the category of animals that we will be discussing is wild animals, right? Or we can also call them as forest animals, right? Because you identify them as forest animals, so let's write this as well. Now, why do we call them as forest animal? Because they live in forests, right? They are habitual of that, their bodies, their eating, their way of living, everything is familiar with that. They know the every corner of the forest and they know how to save them and where will they find their food, how they are supposed to protect themselves from the heat, from the cold, right? So they are forest animals. Okay, so can we keep them as pets in our homes? No. Why? Because they are dangerous, they are fierce, right? They can harm us. Okay, so let me share the screen with you and show you a picture. How many of you are familiar with this animal? It's a rhinoceros. Excellent. Okay, so how many of you, so tell me, can we keep this as a pet in our home? No, right? Why cannot we keep this? What's the reason behind this? Because it's very dangerous, right? And all the pet animals that we keep as pets in our home, they are friendly animals. They don't harm us, right? So this is one example of wild animal or the forest animal. It also lives in the forest, right? Okay. Now, before moving forward or before moving toward the video of that, let's learn about the wild animals. What are they? Okay. So, wild animals are basically the animals which are not home friendly, which we cannot keep them as pets. They live in the forests, and we can also see some of the wild animals in the zoo as well, right? We can see some of them in zoo as well. For example, can you tell me any example of it? Like we have monkeys, okay, like we have bear, excellent. We have elephants, very good. So they are all wild animals or forest animals. Now, if we talk about after discussing all of this, we can make a summary of this whole discussion. Let's say animals that live in jungles, forests, or in nature and hunt their own food. They hunt their own food and water, right? They are called as wild animals. What is the definition? That animals that live in forests, jungles, right? Forests or jungles, there is a difference between that. We will discuss it. Or in nature and hunt their own food and water, right? This means that they find food and water for themselves. Water. They are called as wild animal. Now, this is the definition of wild animals. Okay. So we can find wild animals in the zoo as well. They are dangerous and fierce. And examples are lion, deer, bear, then we have giraffe, we have elephant, we have monkeys. All of these are examples of wild animals, right? Now you're supposed to write this definition on your notebooks, but later on. First, just listen to me carefully, okay? So animals that live in jungles, forests, or in nature, and they hunt their own food and water. Now, what does it mean by they hunt their own food and water? That there is nobody who are supposed to keep food. Let's say, does this ever happen that people cook food and then they take it to the jungle so that they can feed the jungle animals? No, this has never happened. They find their own food and water by themselves. They do not rely on anybody. But if we talk about pet animals, do they find their food by themselves? No. Well, I do have animals at my home. I do have a cat. I do have parrots. I do have fish. So I put their food by myself for them. I have a feed for fishes, I have a feed for the cat, and I have the feed for the parrots as well. So I provide them food. They cannot find their food by themselves, right? But in comparison to that, if we talk about the wild animals, they find their food by themselves, okay? So I'm going to share the screen with you. There is this interesting video related to wild animals. So let's watch this together and then we will discuss further examples of it.
Let's visit the wild animals. I will take you to the zoo today. So where we are. Looks scary. Oh, there is a monkey.
Monkey, lion, leopard, tiger, polar bear, panda, chimpanzee, giraffe, zebra, kangaroo, elephant, bear, koala, hedgehog, fox, squirrel, wolf.
Wow. That was incredible experience.
Okay, so see, in this video, they have discussed multiple examples of wild animals, and some of them were very common and very familiar. Like if we talk about leopards, if we talk about tiger, if we talk about lion, if we talk about elephant, if we talk about fox, all of these are available even in Islamabad Zoo as well, right? And then if we talk about other animals, we do have zebras, we do have I think we do have rhinoceros, but they are not in Islamabad. They are in Lahore Zoo, right? So if anyone of you have visited that, you might have seen it over there. And monkey is very common. They are in Islamabad and Lahore Zoo both. Well, I have visited these two only. So these are all the examples of wild animals that we can find in the forests or jungles, and then we also have them, some of them in the zoo as well, right? Okay, now I'm going to share the screen with you and I'll show you some other examples of them. Look at this. Wild animals. Okay, first we have a squirrel, then we have a chipmunk, It's very cute. Then we have a porcupine, a hedgehog. Where we have seen a hedgehog? In the scratch. Excellent. Then we have a possum. We have a meerkat, otter, raccoon. We have hyena, jackal. Then a fox, very clever animal. A monkey. Then a panda, a deer as well. Then we have a black leopard, wombat, kangaroo. Then we have koala bear. Then we have a tiger. Well, I love the prints of it. Then we have a cheetah. Then we have some very common like zebra and giraffe. Then we have wolf, elephant, again a friendly animal, rhinoceros, hippopotamus, gorilla, and chimpanzee. Okay, so these are the examples. Okay, before moving forward, I want you to look at these animals again and tell me which one is your favorite. All of you who watch the channels, who watch the documentaries related to them, tell me which one is your favorite. Okay, yes, Ahmed, which is your favorite? Leopard. Okay, great. Yes, Hassan, you tell me. You like the chimpanzee. Okay, wonderful. Yes, Sarah, do you like it? No. Do you like pet animals? Okay, lovely. So, who else want to test? Yes. Okay, yes, tell us. Yes, Vase? You like the zebras. Okay, wonderful. So, now let's move forward. Now, I want all of you to please open your notebooks, write the definition of wild animals on your notebook, and then write few examples as well. Okay, hurry up. Open your notebooks, write today's date, write the topic, which is wild or forest animals, and note down the definition on your notebooks. Hurry up. Let me know when you are done, okay? Yes. Are you done, Sarah? Show it to me. Excellent. What about you, Ahmed? Are you done too? Show it to me. Very good. All of you are done? Excellent. Okay, so that was all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the lecture. Do share this video with others because it's free learning. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Take care. Allah Hafiz.